Hey, how's it going, guys? Jeremy Donson here with thedrumprofessor.com. Super excited about this song. It's Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. Really cool tom part. Now, before I show you the tom part, the part that I do on the toms is a little different than what you'll probably see in a lot of other covers, or even the drummer do. If you watch them, you'll see probably 3 different ways to do the tom part. But the way that I do this, I think is really cool, and I think you'll like it a lot. So if you have any questions about why I did it this way, or questions of alternate ways to do it, just let me know. So as always, if you like my videos, please do be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have not taken advantage of the free one-on-one live jam session with me, definitely do so. I've had several people do that, and they really said it helped them out a lot. So if you need help, I'd be happy to help you. Just let me know, schedule a lesson with me. All right, so here we go. We're going to get started from the top. Here we go. All right, awesome, guys. So to start this tom part, this is how we are going to do it. First of all, your bass stays the same. Digga digga dot, digga digga dot, digga 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 dot, digga digga dot, digga digga 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a 1. And then we do the toms. Your floor tom also stays the same. And then the left hand's doing all the high and mid tom work. So here's how it goes slowly. Okay, so at the very first hit, you're going to hit all 3 together. Once you do all 3, then you do mid floor. So all 3 mid floor. After the mid floor, you do high tom, and then bass and floor. So to recap, you have all 3 mid floor high, okay? All 3 mid floor high, and then floor and bass together. So doing it slowly a couple times. Okay, now once you get that down, the bass doesn't start on the high tom this time, it starts on the upbeat. So the first one, it does start right on that high tom. The next one, it does not. It starts on the upbeat. So watch, like this. Bass, 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 bass. So the first time it does start on the high tom. Second, it doesn't. Third, it does again. And we loop it. So okay, so let's do those 2 with the bass on the high tom and then with the bass on the upbeat of the high tom. So the second one's going to go, the bass hits on that floor tom. So high, mid, and then bass with the floor. And then it lines up again. So putting them together again. Now on the end, you're going to change it up just a little bit when you loop this. So the final one's going to go like this. Okay. All right. So when we put that together and loop it, the whole tom part is going to go like this. We'll do it a little slow here. Okay, now some drummers do it more with the bass, right? Or they'll just go like. Others do more bass than they do toms. It just depends on what you like to do. That's what I'm saying. You'll see many different ways. But in my opinion, I really like how the tom sounds in this. So I think you'll have a lot of fun with that. And it's more challenging, I think. Okay, so once you finish that, on the end, when he does the ooh, rah, ah, ah, right, we're going to do this. And you stop on the high tom. So ooh, rah, ah, 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 and then crash in. So with the music, it's going to sound like this. That's where you're going to stop. Ooh, ah, ah, ah. So on that high tom is where you're going to stop that. Okay, so once he goes, ooh, rah, ah, ah, I'm not near as good as he is at that, but you know what I mean. Okay, so once he does that, then we're going to crash into the double bass section. I'm going to be playing on the bell of my ride cymbal. You're welcome to play on the top if you like, but in my cymbal, it's not as high as I like it, so I'm going to play on the bell. You can play on either or, depending on how your ride sounds. Okay, so 1E and a 2, 1E and a 2. Now, the ride cymbal is going to hit on the right foot, basically, right? So it's not going to hit on the left on this, it's just right. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, snare. Right, left, snare. Okay, so once you finish the 1E and a 2, you're going to go and a 3, 1E and a 2, and a 3E and a 3E and. So 1E and a 2, and a 3E and. Same thing on this. Your ride bell hits with your right foot each time. So right, 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 right. That's how we're going to play that. So let's do it a little slower here. Ready, go. Okay, that's your first section. Now after that, you're going to start with all three when you do this section. So you're going to hit your bass, your snare, and your ride bell at the same time. So now this can be a little tricky, lining up your snare with your feet and also your ride cymbal with it, but especially your snares and your feet here. So we're going to go snare, left, right, snare, left, right, first step. And then your snare hits again with your left foot. So putting that together slowly. One more time. Okay, now once we finish that, we loop it into repeating it again. So and then we do the 4 snares there for the fill. Okay, so at tempo, it's going to sound like this. All right, now, if you notice on the second part, I didn't do the straight double bass during the snare piece again. Again, a lot of drummers do the same thing again, but if you listen to the music really, really closely, you hear it's slightly different with the basses there. So we're going to take out the basses on that, and really, to be honest, it's not like a deal breaker, or, you know, it's not a huge deal, but those little things really help out a lot when you're trying to listen to figure out what a song is what you're doing in a song, or how a song is played. So instead of going, we're gonna go. So we're basically just not playing on the snares. That's all we're doing. We're taking basses out where the snares hit, and that's it. That's the only difference. So the second half, let's go ahead and slow that down a little bit. Everything else is exactly the same. You just take the basses out off of the snare. So now, one of the tricky parts here is lining up that left bass with the ride there and not being off on it. So this time the left hits on that ride. So lining that up is super, super important. Now, at the end of this, you notice I hit a hi-hat there. On many of the videos, you do not see them hit the hi-hat. Maybe they missed it, maybe they didn't want to add it, and that's fine. If they didn't want to add it, that's okay. But if you listen very closely to the music, you'll hear a cymbal being played on the third bass drum before it goes into the fill to transition into the first verse. So listen really closely for that, and you will hear it. Okay, so here's how we do that final fill here. So on the end, we're going to do on the third bass, we're going to hit the hi-hat instead of the ride cymbal. And then you want to start the snare drum on your left hand. Before we start the snare drum with our left hand here, though, let's go ahead and show you where exactly we're going to do this fill. We know it's on the third bass, but let's go over where it is in the beat. So here we go. Let's cover that real quick. So after you do the 1E and the 2 and the 3, on 3 is where you hit the hi-hat. Now the fill is simply 3E and a 4E and a, with 3 being on the hi-hat with the bass drum. So 3E and a, 4E and a, and then 1. Now, you want to start left hand on the snare. The reason why is because if you start left hand, because you got 3 here, so 3E and 4E and it allows you to crash with your right hand, and then you can come back in right hand lead for the next beat. So then you get into the next part. Okay, so let's put that together. Let's say we're on the second part of after he goes ooh rah ah ah ah. We're gonna start there with the beat. So and there you have it. So really, really cool part. Again, there's many different ways to interpret this tom part, because it's a lot of fun, and every drummer wants to possibly do something a little different, but that's okay. So have fun with it. And if you have any questions, or if you know what, another thing would be cool, if you have a certain way that you like to play it, totally show me or message me and tell me, hey, I like to do this. I'd love to hear what you do different if you did something different before you watch this video. So definitely hope you guys enjoyed this. I love this song. I've played this song for ever, so really like it. It's a lot of fun. And again, if you have any song requests, my queue's getting so long now, guys, that if you could try to get as many likes on your comment as you possibly can. Once it gets built up, then maybe just message me and say, hey, check it out, you know, I got 30 likes or 100 likes or whatever, and then I will totally do that song for you. So guys, again, I hope you really enjoyed this. I did too, and hopefully I'll see you on a one-on-one live lesson, and if not, then stay awesome, have fun, and rock on. Later, guys.